Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of That Sure Was a Movie. Today, we are going to be talking about spooky season movies because it is officially spooky season, aka my favorite time of the year.
AKA the most overrated time of the year when I force myself to watch scary movies and Halloween movies. But it's okay because I'm in LA. There's no spooky season here. It's the same all year round, right? Yeah. No fall. But yeah, today we're talking about not necessarily Halloween movies, but movies that qualify as Halloween movies to us.
Yes.
What does that mean? Well, you'll find out. But first, let's jump into our movie news of the week. What's going on in the world of movies and TV?
So let's talk about the Super Mario Brothers trailer.
Yeah.
I think it looks actually pretty good.
It looks great.
Like the animation was really good.
Animation is great. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Now, obviously, everybody's talking about Chris Pratt as Mario. Was it good? Well, no, not really. It was like Chris Pratt was being Chris Pratt with just a very hint of Mario, of an Italian accent. But oh well, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's fine. But all the other voices were good. I like Toad. I wasn't expecting I was expecting Toad to like sound a little different than he did. Not like he was bad or anything, but I just wasn't expecting that.
Wait, is Keegan-Michael Key playing Toad, or did I make that up? Okay. I was trying to figure that out, and I didn't remember in the moment who it was.
I love Toad so much. I am a Toad main in Mario Kart for sure. Since day one on the DS.
I've always been a Yoshi user.
Typical.
Yoshi and Koopa Troopa were my go-tos as a youngin.
I always like the small guys. Toad, Koopa Troopa. Yeah, those are the go-tos. But enough about Mario Kart. We're talking about movies. What are we doing? We can talk about Mario Kart on our podcast.
Yeah. It's our podcast. We talk about whatever we want.
We'll branch out. Maybe we'll branch out to video games.
Gaming podcast.
Gamer? Are you a gamer? You game? Remember that from Don't Look Up? That was my favorite line of all time.
From what?
Don't Look Up. He's meeting, who was it? Was it Leonardo DiCaprio's character's wife? I think, maybe. And he came in the door and was like, he introduced himself like, you game? Mario, you know what's odd? One of my friends pointed out to me. It's a little weird seeing like Mario is like just like the way he's animated, like with his eyes like moving around like he's a character, like because we're so used to seeing him in a game where like either he's like facing backwards or sideways, and like if he is facing forward, his eyes are just like open, staying still, and it's kind of weird seeing it as like a character like in a movie, but I'm excited for it. Looks great. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Did you find any other movie news for this week? I feel like there really has there been a lot that's come out this week? I haven't really been
we've had a big one. Rust, the Alec Baldwin movie.
Oh yes.
That the DP was killed on set back almost a year ago. It's going to resume filming in January. Why? Just don't. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know. I feel weird that it's just gonna be released and like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the executive or like the DP's husband is gonna be an executive producer now.
Interesting.
And he says that he's dropping like all the cases are being dropped, and he's basically kind of like said he understands that it's an accident, and I guess he's on board with it, but it's just weird. It's crazy how quickly it happened. Like I know it's a year, but like in this whole world of lawyers and stuff like that, something that serious, like it's pretty quick. I guess Alec Baldwin and some of the producers, I think, wanted it to be quick if they resume because I guess there's a child actor that would age out if it took any longer. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, that
It's
still
weird.
feels a little weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, but that's happening in January. Um, what else? Blake Bortles, NFL quarterback, former quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, has announced his retirement. Um, why am I saying this in a movie podcast?
I was just about to say, I'm like, okay.
Well, if you've seen The Good Place, you know Jason Mendoza absolutely loves Blake Bortles.
Oh, okay.
So he is probably very upset right now. So thoughts and prayers go out to Jason Mendoza. We saw how upset he was when the Jaguars cut him in the show. I think that was season 4, I believe. And yeah, he's gone. I didn't know he was still playing, to be honest, but this doesn't matter. What else do we got?
They just announced, I think it was yesterday, that Fred Armisen is going to be playing Uncle Fester in the Wednesday series on Netflix. So that's
Yes, I think they dropped a trailer with him in it, I believe.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I did not see that.
Speaking of trailers, Violet Night looks great.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Oh my
I
gosh, it
saw it
looks
like
so good.
4 times on Twitter, but I did not watch it any of
Hey,
the
if you
time.
didn't, what you're telling me is you didn't do your homework.
Ugh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I
It's
feel
not
like I
that
usually
important.
see it like right before I'm in a class or something. And I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. I'll look at that later. And then I never do.
It's okay. It's not that. I mean, we'll talk about it when it comes out. Maybe if it's good. It looks okay. Looks decent.
Oh, speaking of Christmas horror movies, I guess, because that's like a Christmas horror movie, right?
Yes. Well, not horror. It's more like a action, just
Oh,
violent movie. I think that's what it
okay.
looked like. Really.
Um, they announced they're doing what is it called? You're a Mean One or something that's like a horror version of The Grinch.
Yeah, it's a slasher, just like Winnie the Pooh.
I was about to say it's like the first thing I thought of when I saw that was Blood and Honey.
Why are we taking all these characters and making them into slashers? I don't know. They're probably not going to be good. If they were good, I wouldn't mind. But if it's just garbage, well, it's probably not worth making. But whatever, it's fine.
I wonder when the Winnie the Pooh movie is supposed to come out. Is that
When
soon?
what?
The Winnie the Pooh one? Is that soon?
I don't know. If it was soon, you would think it would be this month. But
Right.
let me look that up. Something that I forgot about that we talked about a little bit ago was Spirit Halloween, the movie.
Oh,
Apparently
yeah.
that's like out, but I don't know where. It's like in some theaters around LA, but I don't know about the other parts of the country or
It's not here, I'll tell you that much.
if it's streaming. It's like hard to find, like doesn't exist.
It's
But
only playing in the back of Spirit Halloween.
apparently, yeah. Yeah, there's no release date for Winnie the Pooh.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Mhm.
Some other news. Nathan Fielder is at the New York Mets game.
Yeah.
Is that news? Well, no, but you know who else was at that game? Emma Stone and I think Josh Safdie. I don't know if they were both there, but you know why they were all there?
Why were they all there?
Well, if you remember, it's been like 2 years almost since this was announced, but Nathan Fielder and the Safdie Bros are writing a series starring Emma Stone
Oh.
called The Curse.
Oh, I did
I
not
don't
know
know
that.
when that comes out, but I don't know. I haven't heard any talk about that much since that was announced, but
That's interesting.
yeah. Yeah. Are we a sports podcast now?
I hope not, because I know nothing about it.
Talking about football and baseball? No, we're not. We're talking about Nathan Fielder
Speaking
and
of
Emma Stone.
Speaking of Nathan Fielder, I guess spoiler alert for this week's episode of She-Hulk, but like the very end when there's that video playing at the gala, that gave me the Uber threat video vibes.
Oh, yes. I didn't even think of that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know who Nathan Fielder is, you got some homework to do because he is a genius
Mhm.
and he has made shows like Nathan For You and The Rehearsal. If you go on his YouTube channel, he's made some gems like Who's Tallest Canada and Thin Watermelon.
Who's Tallest Canada is like one of my favorite videos on the internet.
It's really good. You should watch it. You should watch it. What else? Let's see. We've got Ezra Miller news. What's
Man's
going on
always
with Ezra?
So they have resumed reshoots, or they've started reshoots, I think, for The Flash. I need to pull this up because I forgot to have it pulled up. But yeah, there's been a lot of things that came out about Ezra Miller in the last few weeks. That we posted on
Yeah.
our stories. I don't really remember what it was. Something, Lord, I don't even know. But
Yeah, Ezra's been a mess, but now they are going to do reshoots for The Flash because
Warner Brothers
Ezra
is
finally decided to apologize.
yeah. So interesting how, like, I feel like it's been so long that there's been all these things out about, like, oh, is Warner Brothers reconsidering sticking with Ezra Miller for The Flash? And like, I feel like they've been like, I've been hearing stuff about that for so long.
Yeah. It's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
It was The Flash was originally going to release next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It was probably guessing it's going to be a while till it actually comes out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that movie. I don't know if like Michael Keaton's still involved or what, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with DC. Warner Bros, like we said last week, is a mess.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear last week's episode, go listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Should we jump into our main topic today, or
Sure.
is there anything else?
Oh, wait, I did have something that occurred after we recorded the podcast last week. So I mentioned in the last episode that I was going to see Avatar after we recorded. So I go to see Avatar, right? And I was seeing it in IMAX 3D. So I go in, I sit down, the movie starts, and I'm like, this doesn't look right. Like, I had the 3D glasses on and it looked the exact same with the glasses on versus like with them off. So I was like, I don't think that's right. And I didn't get up to go get another pair of glasses or see if something was wrong with them or whatever. I don't know why. Excuse me. I don't know why. But then this group of teenagers walks in and they were just like all over the place for the full like 2 hours and 45 minutes or however long this movie is. I'm talking, they were like playing hide and seek in the movie theater, running around, jumping all over the seats, playing music, playing other videos, like screaming throughout the whole movie. And like then one of them came down and threw a piece of trash at me during the movie. And yeah, that was probably the worst theater experience I've ever had, was seeing Avatar. Which
that's not fun.
Yeah.
So you watched the whole thing with the Dune effect?
The whole thing with the Dune effect. And for literally everybody else except for one person who doesn't know what the Dune effect is, we went to go see Dune when it came out almost a year ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
Which is insane. And we're like sitting through the movie and it's like it was like a slight, almost like 3D effect when you don't have the glasses on. You can kind of see two of everything. Is that what you would describe it as?
Yeah, it was like double. It was very annoying, the whole movie.
Yeah.
But that was annoying, especially a long movie like that. A long, boring movie.
Yeah.
But oh well. Yeah, I feel like I had a theater experience like that the first time I saw Black Panther. Kids were like talking through the whole thing and throwing popcorn at everyone. Very annoying. People can be annoying, which is why a lot of people just say they don't want to go to the theater anymore. But people, that's not a typical thing I would say anymore. But
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. All
Anyways,
right.
should we get into it?
Let's do our top 10 Halloween movies.
Yes. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You can start.
Ooh, okay. All right. So I don't really know that these are in any particular order. These are just like usually the ones that I watch every year or am going to start watching every year. So my number 10 is Corpse Bride. I love a Tim Burton movie. This isn't my favorite of his, but
I hated that as a kid.
really, actually, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised. I don't know why I said really.
Why are you not surprised?
I don't know.
Not even sure. I don't even know if I've seen it all the way, to be honest, but I feel like it's not a very good movie for like kids to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, not that they wouldn't, but like I feel like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, I enjoy it, but it's definitely not my favorite of Tim Burton's movies, but I still watch it every Halloween.
It's been on my list to rewatch actually, but I don't know. Probably won't have time to get to that this year or ever. I don't know.
Probably not going to have time to get to like most of these this year, which is upsetting, but it is what it is, you know.
It is what it is.
Also, Danny Elfman does the music, so you know.
Yeah, Danny, good old Danny.
Not the Danny on your shirt though.
Danny Phantom. Greatest show of all time. Not really, but it's great. Watch it. Spooky season. Watch Danny Phantom. Yeah, I'm not gonna say this yet because I feel like there's gonna be another movie that you're gonna mention that I could also bring this topic up. So just do you want to like switch off or do you just want to give your list and then I give my list?
We can
Maybe we
switch
should
off.
keep it all together.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're not doing a ranking, so maybe we should actually. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I figured we'd be going back and forth, but
okay. Here's one for me. I don't know where to start because these aren't like a ranking, and there's some like very unhinged things here. Not really, but we'll start with an actual like Halloweeny one. I'm going Monster House. It's a classic. It's so good. I love Monster House. Watch it. Spooky, fun, funny, great movie. Yeah, I've got nothing to say about it. I haven't seen it for a while. I need to rewatch it, but I used to watch that a lot as a kid.
I've got a story about Monster House.
Yeah.
So in high school, I think I've told you this story. It was
oh yeah, you have told me this story.
And I remember I was sitting in choir class and this girl came up to me and like I did not talk to her like at all or anything, but she just comes up to me and she says, you know who you remind me of? And I was like, who? And she's like, have you seen Monster House? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you remind me of the old man from Monster House. And I was like, thank you. She's like, no, don't take offense to it. It's supposed to be a compliment. I'm like, I'm supposed to take a comparison of myself to the old man from Monster House as a compliment.
Yeah, he sucks.
I'm like, I don't think that's very nice.
Yeah, I don't care if he gets a redemption arc at the end. No, he's no good. But so does that mean like your personality or she like they think you look like him? I would hope it's personality.
Yes, it's personality, and I would hope it was personality. But yeah. I don't think I'm like the man from Monster House.
Well,
maybe, I don't know.
I mean, no, you're not. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But Monster House, great movie. Great movie. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. I'm sure you've watched it. No, I don't know. I don't know how much, I don't know how popular of a movie that was. I think a lot of people have definitely seen it, but
I don't know.
Yeah. What else you got?
I got Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street next on my list. Great movie. Another Tim Burton movie.
I'm about to say, are you only going to do Tim Burton? Which is,
I'm gonna just
he's a
preface
very,
that I think about
I
half
mean,
of these movies are
he,
Tim Burton
he's
movies.
a very spooky season guy, but
Yeah.
I've never seen Sweeney Todd actually. Yeah,
It's good.
I don't ever hear anybody talk about it.
Mm, well, I don't know it's necessarily like deemed a spooky season movie, but
I think anything Tim Burton counts as spooky
it's
season, except for maybe
yeah.
Big Fish.
Yeah. I would not count that as spooky season.
No.
But yeah, it's great. It's a musical based off of the Stephen Sondheim musical. And yeah, you got Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter. Good stuff. It's
Mm.
got Vecna in it.
Oh yeah, Vecna, good
Yeah.
old Vecna.
Good old Vecna.
Yeah. Speaking of Vecna, I think after this whole like movie thing, I'm going to talk about some episodes of TV that you should watch.
Oh, I didn't prep any of those.
Oh, I didn't either, but I'm just gonna go off the top of my head.
Oh man, now I kind of got to think as we go through this and if there's any Halloween episodes I watch.
Um,
Anyways, I don't have much else to say on Sweeney Todd. So what do you got?
I've got Get Out. It's not like very Halloweeny, but I think anything horror counts as spooky season eligible.
It's very film student of you.
Very what?
Very film student of you.
No.
I'm just saying because that's like every single class makes you watch Get Out and like.
No, it doesn't actually.
Hmm.
Josh, shout out to Josh. Josh, if you're listening, shout out to you because Josh put an end to that.
Oh, did he?
He did. He wrote a very long worded message. No, I'm kidding. He just said he's watched it like 11 times in one semester. So yeah, it's no longer a thing. But Get Out is like the greatest horror movie if you want to count it horror. It's more of a thriller kind of, but it's still horror. Of all time. Yep, it is. It is the greatest. Now, I don't like horror movies, but I love Get Out. So, is there better horror movies? Well, no, there's not. It's just very, very good. I love it so much. I love Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Everything he does, everything he touches is great. Even I haven't seen all the Twilight Zone, but it got bad reviews. But I saw a couple episodes and they were good. Key and Peele, obviously amazing. But director Jordan Peele, he's 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Jordan Peele, I'll just do some honorable mentions to Us and Nope, because they're also great. But Get Out is on my list. But Jordan Peele, honestly, it's funny because all these people and like somebody on Twitter said, so after Nope, what other director has gone 3 for 3? When can we start considering Jordan Peele as the greatest horror director of all time? And everybody was attacking him. And we were like, no, what about John Carpenter? John Carpenter exists. Have you ever heard of John Carpenter? No, John Carpenter? Hello. Oh, what about John Carpenter? Well, here's what I have to say. Why do you get to decide what he thinks? Now, should he be in the conversation for greatest horror director of all time after 3 movies? Well, why not? If you think his movies are that good, if I think Damien Chazelle's 3 movies are that good, and I consider him one of my favorite directors of all time, why can't Jordan Peele be considered my favorite horror director of all time? Well, and why is my favorite allowed, but the best not allowed to be said? It's just an opinion.
Yep.
Now to say, well, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got to say.
Okay. For my number 8, I don't know why I said number 8. I'm not really going in a ranked order. Anyways, I have brain fart. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, but specifically the Ichabod part because I've only watched the Mr. Toad part probably once in my life. Anyways, it's an older Disney movie. By older, I mean like probably the 1940s or 50s. but it's basically Legend of Sleepy Hollow compressed into like a little 25-minute animated movie. Yeah, I've watched that since I was little, and I love watching it a few times every Halloween. Got some bops in there, but none of them are on Spotify, and it's irritating.
That's because the movie you just said does not exist.
It does exist. Thank you.
No, it does. It definitely does not exist.
It definitely does exist,
Well,
and it's great.
all right. Well, so we've got a fake movie on the list. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding. I've literally never heard of that movie in my
What?
entire life.
Actually, that doesn't surprise me either. It's very it's hidden deep in the Disney Plus database, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, whatever.
The Karate Kid.
Okay.
That's on my list. You know why? Because it's a Halloween movie.
Because he
Takes
carries
place on
like a
Halloween.
pumpkin.
It
Oh,
takes
it
place on
does?
Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah. Why do you think
oh,
they're all dressed in costume?
I don't remember. I literally watched this movie like last month and I don't remember.
You don't remember them all dressed as skeletons?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I do remember that.
And yeah, and he was dressed as a shower.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Halloween movie in my mind. It's great. And you know what else is great? Cobra Kai. Yes, it is amazing. And I didn't get to mention that when it came out,
Mm,
but it is great. And The Karate Kid is the best Halloween movie. Not the best, but it is a Halloween movie. Not really, but it's on my list.
alrighty.
It counts.
Next on my list, I have Halloween, the original one from the 70s.
Overrated.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I love it though. I mean, I enjoy watching it every Halloween. I don't know if I'll watch it this year because I had to watch it for a class in the spring, so I don't know that I want to watch it again, but definitely gonna rewatch the newer one and then Halloween Kills because Halloween Ends comes out next weekend. So,
Halloween's all right. Kind of boring.
mm,
It's about a guy walking around and some girl walking around. That's about it. That's all that happens.
pretty much, yeah.
Slasher movies just kind of boring to be honest, except for Scream because that changed the game. But
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, it got a great score though, or
mm,
theme. I like the theme.
it's got a great theme. Honestly, the score is kind of overrated as well.
I like the opening theme and then Laurie's theme, but yeah.
Scooby Doo 2,
Oh,
Monsters Unleashed,
yeah.
amazing. Better than the first, but I will also put the first in this bundled together because they're both amazing.
Mm.
Anything Scooby Doo, to be honest. Anything Scooby Doo, but well, not Scoob. I will not put Scoob on this Halloween list, but Scooby Doo is great.
That was something we forgot to mention in movie news was they announced the Velma animated series is coming to HBO Max.
You're right. That's interesting.
Yeah. I haven't read much into it, but I know
Adult animated series.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, watch Scooby Doo too. This spooky season.
Yes. Next I have Scream, which you just mentioned. The original one, but the new one's also great. I just watched it for the first time like back in December before the new one came out, and I loved it. It's probably one of my favorite horror movies now. So foreshadowing for our top horror movies episode, that will be on the list. But yeah, probably the best slasher movie in my opinion.
Since you mentioned that, I'm gonna do my next one, and that is every Scream movie in the franchise because they're all great. No, they're not all great. They're all good. They're all at least good.
Yeah.
Scream 1 and Scream 2022 are really good. Scream 2 is really good.
Hmm.
Scream 3 is not as great. I think it's the worst one.
Yeah.
Scream 4 is a little better, but not amazing, but it's still good. And they're all good.
Yeah.
The way it just like plays off of like classic tropes and everything is just so fun. And in the first one, speaking of Scooby-Doo,
Oh,
Shaggy, Matthew
yeah.
Lillard, is incredible. And Jughead's dad, also great. No. But it's very good. I think, no, I'm not talking to you, Siri. Sydney Prescott is not going to be in this next one, which is
Yeah.
stupid. What are you doing? Like,
Wasn't it like they weren't paying her what
yeah,
she
they're
wanted?
not paying her. Sydney
Like,
Prescott is this franchise.
come on, y'all.
Like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Pay your lead. Like, that's all you got to do. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's so annoying. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. What
Um,
else we got?
Next on my list, I have another Tim Burton movie. I have Sleepy Hollow, and this is another one of the Ichabod Crane Legend of Sleepy Hollow renditions. And I love this movie. It's great. Has Johnny Depp in it. Um, does this have Christina Ricci in it? Did I make that up? No, I think it has her in it. Wednesday Addams. Um, yeah, another great score by Danny Elfman too. Um, yeah, watch it every year, multiple times. I love it.
Multiple times?
Yeah. When I've had the time to, I used to watch it multiple times.
Multiple
But
times during October or just the year?
during the spooky season, so like what I would consider probably like September to end of October.
Wow.
I used to go ham on my Halloween movies back in like high school when I had the time to.
Imagine having time, you know? Um,
What do
it's
you
my
got?
turn.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Were you saying something else?
Next on my list is E.T.
Oh, okay.
because it technically does take place on Halloween, and it's an alien, so it's spooky anyway. Um, E.T. is one of the best movies of all time. Yeah, Steven Spielberg, a legend.
Yeah.
Great movie. You all know E.T. I don't really need to talk about it.
Yeah. Great score too.
Obviously, John Williams,
John
the goat,
Williams.
the goat.
Um, Next, surprise, surprise, another Tim Burton
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
Next, I have Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I think this used to be in my top 30, but it has made its way off of that list. Yeah, I love this movie. Love the musical too. A lot of Tim Burton movies have made it into stage productions, which I think is interesting. Um, yeah.
Probably because theater kids like his movies, apparently.
Apparently.
Um, so I have been needing to rewatch this movie. It's on my list to rewatch this, but it's great, but I don't remember it that well. So I need to rewatch it. But
Yes.
anyway, on my next pick, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Charlie Brown holiday movies are the best things to ever exist.
Did you say holiday or Halloween?
Holiday.
Okay, I was about to say I think there's only one Halloween one. But yes, I agree with that.
I
Yes.
love it. It's so good. And it's 25 minutes, so it's quick, but it's great.
Yeah. It's like as soon as it hits October, it's like from October to December, it's the season of Charlie Brown specials in
Mm-hmm.
my mind.
Yep.
Love them so much.
Yeah. You watch It's a Great Pumpkin Halloween, 31 days in October. You watch the Thanksgiving episode, 30 days in November, and you watch the Christmas one, 31 days in December.
Of course, that's the only way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I also have the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown on my list. Um, yeah, my mom and I were watching it a few weeks ago, and there's like this scene where I think Linus says, there's three things that you don't discuss with people: politics, religion, and the Great Pumpkin. And then I brought up to my mom, I'm like, what religion or um what did I say? Like, what religion do you think the Great Pumpkin belongs to? And my mom says, I think Scientology.
Hmm.
And I'm like, maybe the Great Pumpkin just is Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is in. Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah,
He's the star of it's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
yeah, he is.
He's gonna be in the sequel where he's revealed. But anyway.
Yeah. So I guess next on my list, I have Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. The new one, not as good. It's still good or enjoyable, but it's not as good as the original one. Plus, it's got a black cat in it, so obviously it's going to be good. I have a black cat, so obviously I am impartial to black cat characters, and I love them very much.
All cats
All cats, yes, I
equals
love all
cinema.
cats.
If there's a
Yes.
cat in a movie, it's automatically good. Cat in the Hat, amazing.
Wait, I got Garf.
Wow.
The cinema cat on my socks today.
I almost wore my Garfield socks.
Oh.
Um, what else do I have? Well, trying to decide which one to say. Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko is amazing. One of the best movies of all time. It's in my top 20, I believe. Top 25, if not. Jake Gyllenhaal, best actor.
All the Swifties are gonna come after you.
Well, come after me, Swifties. I'm gonna be streaming midnight this Friday. So what are you gonna do about it? I can like both, okay? Anyway, Johnny Darko is so good. It's just weird and it makes no sense, but I love it. And Gary Jules' cover of Mad World is absolutely amazing. Yep, even better than the original. Yep, I said it.
Donnie Darko Day was just a few days ago, wasn't it?
October 2nd, and then, well, yeah,
I guess, yeah.
and then Halloween.
Yeah. So the last one I have on my list is.
Are we already to the end?
Well, because we had a couple that were the same, so like I just jumped on your whole train of Great Pumpkin. Anyways.
Oh, you didn't mention that was on your list though.
Oh, I thought I did. Well, the Great Pumpkin was on my list. So my last one is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I feel like I have to usually watch this towards the end of spooky season because it also has, it's like a Christmas movie for me too. So I feel like I have to watch that towards the end once it's getting closer to the end of Halloween season and into the Christmas season. This used to be my favorite movie for a while, I think, back in high school. Yeah, I love it. Love the music. I got a Jack Skellington onesie.
I watched this again last night. I haven't seen it for a few years. I think it's not even that good. It's like it's kind of boring. And the music's not good. This Is Halloween is good. The Christmas song, What's This, is okay. I want to say Danny Elfman's good. He's very, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Danny Elfman. I love him for Spider-Man. Absolutely love him for Spider-Man. He's a little, his songs are just a little goofy, you know? They sound goofy. Like I think
score though.
I think Batman is a very overrated score.
Can't say that I've listened to the score for the original Batman.
Now Danny Elfman is amazing. I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying some of his movies are overrated scores and they're just like super generic and like don't stand out to me.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That is amazing. Spider-Man, amazing. Yeah, Danny Elfman's great. He's like one of the greatest, like not one of my favorite. Well, I guess he probably would be, but some of his movies, I don't know, he's hit or miss for me. But you always can tell if it's a Danny Elfman score.
Oh yeah.
But to my point about Nightmare Before Christmas, I don't know. It's fine, but it's like it's not that good.
Yeah, I've grown to like it less as time goes on, but I still watch it every year, and
It's a classic, but
yeah.
I mean anything Tim Burton's gonna look good, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I guess I'll go 2 in a row because you don't have any more. Okay. I'm deciding which one to say last. Okay, number 2, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If you don't think it's a Halloween movie, it literally takes place on Halloween. Frank Heffley is gonna pour water on the teenagers, and you can't tell me it's not a Halloween movie because they go trick-or-treating. There's a big scene on Halloween. So it's a Halloween movie. Yes, it is. And
Our Diary of a Wimpy Kid episode.
One of the best, yes. If you want to hear more about my thoughts on this movie, go listen to our podcast where we talk all about the Diary of a Wimpy Kid trilogy. Yes, I said trilogy. But yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, greatest horror movie of all time.
Did you say greatest horror movie?
I'm just kidding. Greatest Halloween movie. The cheese touch, that's scary. Come on now. Before I get to my number 1, I'm gonna say some honorable mentions that didn't make the cut.
Honorable mentions.
Mean Girls is a Halloween movie. Yes, it
Interesting.
is.
I didn't expect that to pop up on your honorable mentions list.
It's great. It's a Halloween movie. I have to mention it because people wouldn't expect it to be a Halloween movie, but it is.
True.
Ready or Not is a very underrated movie from 2019.
That's a great movie.
Everybody forgets about. And 2019 was such a loaded year for movies. And that kind of just snuck in there. And it's really good. I was not expecting it to be that good. But yeah, it's in my honorable mentions. It's not that Halloween-y, but it's spooky, I guess. Thriller, horror, kind of. Hubie Halloween. Nobody can beat Adam Sandler's Thermos. Come on. It's got everything. Hubie Halloween is so good. His mom's shirt, or his mom's shirts in that movie are so funny.
I remember his mom's shirts.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Go watch Hubie Halloween if you haven't. Is it really good? Well, yeah, in my opinion, it's fun. I don't care what you say. It's a very Adam Sandler movie, but it's good. It's good. I don't care. I will say it's good. It's in my honorable mentions. Will I watch it ever again? No, but it's good. I just want to mention it. I just want to say that. Boo and Boo 2, a Medea Halloween, also in our honorable mentions. I don't care. Medea is so funny.
I've never watched a Medea movie.
Ugh, Medea Christmas, so good. Okay, we've gotten to number 1. This one, this isn't a ranking, but here's the last one, I guess I should say. It has, is it too early to say? Well, no. Is it the best spooky season movie? Well, probably at this point. Well, did it just come out this year? Well, that doesn't matter because the best spooky season movie to watch is The Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yes, The Batman is a Halloween movie. I
was about to do this and I realized I was not wearing my Batman shirt.
It's a Halloween movie. It's spooky season. It's Batman season. It's amazing. It is cinema. 5 stars.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's a perfect movie. Now, if it were 2 hours and 30 minutes, would it have been better? No. It needs 3 hours because it's that good, and I never wanted to end. I would have watched 6 hours of that movie. Michael Giacchino's score is the best
Oh my
thing of
God.
all time. It's honestly in my top 10 scores of all time already.
I wish I could listen to the Batman for the first time again, because that was
Batman is probably in my top 30 of all time, to be honest, already.
yeah, it's in mine.
It's that good. Actually, if you go to I actually just added it to my top list on Letterboxd, so it is definitely in my top 30. Let me see what it is of all time. Right now, it's sitting at number 19.
Let's see where it's sitting on mine. Mine sits at number 11.
2 spots behind Roger Rules.
Mm.
Everyone be kid, go watch your episode.
Wait, the Lorax has to be above it.
You said 11 of all time?
Well, actually, it's number 12 now because I had the Lorax below it, and that's just not acceptable.
Yeah. It'll probably move up eventually. Maybe not though. But yeah, it's Batman season. Go watch the Batman. It's spooky season.
Yeah. And eat some pumpkin pie while you watch it, just like the Riddler.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mentioned I was gonna mention some TV episodes.
Oh.
All of the Halloween Office ones.
Oh
All
yes.
of them. Danny Phantom. Just watch the show just because he's a ghost. So that counts. I have nothing else. I forgot everything I was gonna say. I had it in my mind and I didn't write it down. So that's all you get. Shall we jump into upcoming releases?
Yeah. So I guess some new releases that we had this weekend. What did I just Amsterdam. That's what I went to go see yesterday. Not doing very well at the box office.
No.
It's bombing.
Yep.
What
is it at right now?
Let's see.
Because
estimated 6.5 million.
Yeah, 6.5 million. You know what the budget was?
No. What was the budget?
It was $80 million.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. It was not very good. It was fine. It was honestly not horrible. I think Silver Linings Playbook's not even good, so I'm not a fan of David O. Russell to begin with. But
yeah, I didn't love it.
I don't know. I think Amsterdam, it wasn't boring, at least for me. It was like entertaining, like fine to watch, but like it wasn't very good. But it was fine.
There was a man in my theater, he was older, but like he was like having those like deep belly laughs at like everything.
Yeah, that's how LA crowds are for every movie. It's weird.
We also have Tar was released in some areas, not in Indiana, not for a few more weeks. But
Tar was so good. I had some issues with it, but because it's weird. It was a 3-hour movie about a composer / conductor, and there's like no music in it, which is kind of annoying. There's not a score. There wasn't any score. Like technically there was an original score by I need to learn how to say her name, but it was the composer for Joker. Like a lot of the performance scenes were like original, but outside of like the performance scenes, there wasn't any music. And there was hardly any performance scenes either. So it was like, I wish there was music in a music movie, but I mean, that's not the point of the movie, I guess. But I don't know. It was too long, but I didn't have an issue with runtime. But Cate Blanchett is my best actress so far.
For the year?
This year.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll be able to see it in probably like a little under a month because they're not starting to show it in Indiana until like the last weekend in October. So
yeah, so enough about movies that have already released. What's coming up? Well, November 18th. It's happening. It's happening. Steve, Joe, Josh, Blue all together in the Blues Clues movie.
Blues.
Blues Clues, No Way Home.
Yes.
We will be watching. We
Yes.
will be watching. I am so
I'm
excited.
so excited.
It is the event of a lifetime.
Yeah. I'm
Paramount Plus.
very excited for it.
Yes.
You said that's November 18th?
Yes.
Okay.
Black Adam releases soon. Couple
Yeah.
weeks. Halloween ends next week. This week, technically.
Just like scrolling through AFC trying to see what was going out.
Yeah. I mean, there's some
Keep
stuff coming up, but we'll mention that next week. There's really not a ton coming up this week besides Halloween ends that I can think of.
Oh, Werewolf by Night came out. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Michael Giacchino directed and composed.
Yeah. Very good.
Great. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I kept expecting the end. I kept expecting it to end with like the post-credit scene of just Wong just watching a movie. Just because he's like in every Phase 4.
He's like in everything.
I think that would have been really funny.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's fun. It's different. I love modern movies that are made to look like they're old. Yeah. Usually those are better than real old movies anyway.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I got nothing else for upcoming. I mean, that's kind of what's happening. I don't know if there's any shows, but nothing that I can really think of.
No, I don't really think much is coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, that's kind of it. Well, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Yes. That's how you keep up to date with everything, especially on Instagram. If you want some news from the most reliable source, just look at our Instagram story because we post everything.
Don't go to Variety or Hollywood Reporter.
We'll just post.
We got all the good stuff.
Yeah, we just post their posts on our stories. So
exactly.
And we give our opinions about it. Don't you want our opinions?
Yeah.
Yes. If you're watching this podcast, clearly. Yeah. Has anybody made it this far?
If you have, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, congrats.
A lot.
Congrats on making it this far. This is this is probably our messiest episode.
Yeah. It's unhinged, but
it's a lot of like not knowing what we're going to talk about, but it's Anyway, follow us on socials. TikTok is fun. We post a lot of funny stuff. We haven't been posting a lot of memes lately. We've been slacking on that, but maybe we'll get back into it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our episode. I hope you take some of our suggestions and have a great spooky season. We will be back with more spooky episodes.
Stay tuned for
coming soon.
Top horror movies coming soon.
Yep. All right. Well, see you next time on an episode of That Sure Was a Movie.